Welcome to a new edition of Yep Yeah Yes in the month of October, 10/4, Thursday. Marissa, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Oh wait, I didn't say what the topic was, but I do want to know how you're doing.
I'm good.
I'm a little off today, so
I got you, boo.
we gonna make it work.
Wait, hold on. How's your cough?
It's horrible. It's worse than it has been.
Horrid.
It's as bad as it was when we first started doing this back in February. I think that's when we started the show, back in February, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because we are older than culture, Kiari Cephas, and who was the other one that we put on? Did you see the page? Our age.
Yes.
I can't remember we're younger than somebody that was born in January. Anyway, we'll figure it out.
Whatever.
For today's topic, though, we're going to be talking about, speaking of Cardi B's baby. We're going to talk about Cardi B in a bit. But what made me think about it was today's topic, which is women in anger. What brings the claws out? So back again. How are you, Mercer? You good?
I'm fantastic.
All right, good. So let's talk about this women in anger. We're both women. We've both been angry. What kind of brings out... You not necessarily... I mean, you've always said that you've never fought. You've never had a fight.
I've never had a physical fight.
But I'm sure you've gotten to the point where it's up in your chest, where the next person that says something slick to you, you really feel like you might claw their face out.
Oh, yeah.
What has brought you to that moment? And I apologize for the clinking. I'm drinking tea.
Tea for tea.
Tea for tea.
Oh, I have some trigger words. My trigger word is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that
That brings you to that point, though? The word stupid?
No, it gets me hot. But no, I'm trying to think. I can't remember. I've been racking my brain trying to figure out when was the last time I was like, I'm a mollywop somebody. I can't remember.
Where got to
like if this bitch comes at me one more again, we're definitely going to blows. I can't remember.
You know what's so funny? I was thinking about it too, and I was thinking it has to be something so outrageous, so somebody gonna do something to your mama. But then the other day,
my mom's tough though. She be fighting people for nothing.
But it's like. But I'm thinking, when I was thinking about this topic, I was overthinking it.
Okay.
To the point where I was thinking to myself, it has to be something huge. Where somebody's going to do something to my family.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that would bring me to that point. When the fact of the matter is, I almost got to that point the other day. Because somebody was stepping over my words.
Yeah.
It's like, really, Tamika, you can't handle somebody... I can't stand mofos cutting... When you're in a conversation, they keep cutting you off.
That infuriates
It gets to that point where you're like... You start screaming.
Oh my God.
Not you, but me. I start screaming.
Yeah.
And honestly, the next person is gonna get it, whether they said hello
they're gonna get it
or
all.
goodbye.
I think about because I don't know what is it with people do it to me too, but I think I don't think as much as you. People have a tendency to want to talk too much. Like, I'm long-winded, so people do interrupt me. So I try to do the whole, yeah, okay, whatever. Stop. You're probably talking too much. But people have a tendency to either use too many words to communicate with you or just not let you speak.
And I don't really speak that much. I don't think.
No, you don't. That's the problem. You don't. So when you open your mouth, they should shut it.
That's all I ask.
Bitch, you need to shut it.
Although when I listen back to this podcast, I do a lot of talking. So I do apologize, because you allow me to ramble on. But I always, hold up though.
What? Hold up though.
I apologize.
No, because you constantly be like, you'll go on your tangents, stick to the topic. But you ramble too though.
No, I do.
All right.
But as I mentioned, I don't remember if it was last week, the week before that, I mentioned that I can't stand small. That's something that gets me to that point where I want to fight.
What?
When we're doing a podcast, even if just in life, not even the podcast, just anybody, but for the sake of what we're talking about now.
Yeah.
Excuse me. When we're having a conversation, when I'm having a conversation with someone, and they're taking forever to get their point out.
Oh my gosh, you hate that. Do I?
Yes.
I do that?
Yes, and that's why I start talking too much, because I'm waiting for you to... I can't take it
anymore. Hurry up!
Yes, so I don't want to be like, hurry the fuck up. You know what I mean? But you like to cultivate your words in a way that sounds aesthetically pleasing to our listening audience.
I do. And you know what? I've noticed if I'm trying to say something slick, I need to put it in a fluff sandwich. Because then whatever I come out saying slick doesn't sound slick at all.
No. You know, that's funny because I talked to my mother about that.
Oh, what?
We was gossiping about you, right? And I said to her, I was like, Marissa be swearing she coming with some real shit. Like she talking slick to somebody and they look at her like, I don't, okay. And meanwhile, it's like, yeah, I got you. You have to, or like you said something really slick to them, but it went over their head.
Yeah.
But you made it in your mind that it's like fire. But
no, I'm doing it because I don't want to argue. I'm not.
But if they don't see the slick, if they don't catch on to the fact that
I truly believe that people sit with my words and they realize after the fact that's to the point where like I can't say nothing to her now.
I don't think
like I can't text you at 12:02 at midnight.
I'm not sure they do though.
I really do think.
Okay.
At least that's the
okay. You can live with that. I'll let you have it.
I'm gonna believe it.
So anyway.
Well, hold up, back it up. So you was gossiping about me. What else you have to say?
No, that was it.
That's it.
That's it.
All you had to say about me.
We have other people in our life.
All
like
of me?
You don't monopolize our.
All of me.
But anyway, so, but yeah, those are certain things that get me to that point. It seems to be mostly conversation based.
Mm-hmm.
There's other things like I've been in fights. I've been actual physical fights.
Yeah.
But, and the thing that always gets me to those points are the words.
Yeah.
Because for me, words always hold power, and I hold dear to words. And so, if you're using too many of them with me and not letting me speak my words, I'm angry. If you're not using enough of your words, I'm angry. If you're using words that offend me, I'm angry. But it all goes back to words.
But you communicate very well and very precise to the point where other people, for a lack of education and lack of better words on their part, lack of better words, it's to the point when if somebody's arguing with you, they're like, I might have to throw down because I feel real dumb.
Yeah, but I have to be good at like I think I'm better with paper with my words.
Oh, like when you take the moment to write it all out.
I can kind of put it the right way.
Yeah.
But when on one-on-one, I get very frustrated and I can't speak right. I always feel like I'm just like with the person that I was arguing with the other day where I wanted to rip his hair out. Like when I tell you, Marissa, I was on another level where the next day I had to see him. I didn't plan to see him.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like out of sight, out of mind. And then my boss was basically like, can you go wherever? Oh. And I ended up having to see this person.
And what happened when you saw them?
He was all very like, hey, like nothing happened. Like nothing. And I was like, I just want to apologize for you because I acted out of order.
For you or to you?
No, I wanted to apologize to you. I'm sorry. Okay. See, my words have power. Obviously, you chewing me out already? No.
I'm not chewing you
out. But so I was like, I want to apologize to you. I acted out of order and you didn't deserve me screaming at you like that. I'm better than that and you deserve better than that. And so I hope that you forgive me. And he's like, oh, yeah, no problem. Good. Meanwhile, I'm like sitting on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I went to bed pissed. You know what I mean? 'Cause I was still mad. You brought me to that point, bro? Really? You brought me, like, when I get to that point.
Now I feel so insecure. Like, I'm not a good arguer. I'm not a physical person. I don't know. You
know what's crazy?
Oh my gosh.
make me boil too. But it has nothing to do with me. It's because you're not reacting the way I want you to react to certain situations. And it pisses me the fuck off.
I know it does. And you tell me it pisses you off.
But I'm glad that we have the relationship where I can tell you that.
Oh,
and I don't let it sit inside of me.
No, there's no reason.
Because I've had friendships where I've, had bladder problems because I'm sitting on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So. Oh, I got to up my game.
No, you just be you. You keep doing whatever makes you. If you feel confident in how you are, then continue to be that way. But if you feel like you want to speak your mind more and not let it sit with it.
I do want to speak my mind more. I don't feel like I'm walked over, but I do want to speak my mind more with certain people in my life. But I also, I've been told, I think you might have told me, I don't know who's told me that my demeanor is so nonchalant, like especially if somebody's coming at me, that I have such an air of I don't care,
right?
And with my I don't really argue back too much, and I don't get excited,
right?
that it infuriates the other person.
So what brings you, have there been situations in your past that made you so angry that you couldn't see straight? And if so, what? I know there has been.
I'm thinking
but
of
what did you do? What did you do after?
I'm thinking of one time when it was my nephew's first birthday, and I went to Costa Rica, and I was waiting online to check in, and they were taking,
at the airport.
Yeah, to come back to the States from Costa Rica.
Okay.
And they were taking so long that she goes, by the time I got up, she goes, oh, the flight is closed. I was like, I've been online. You see me online. She's like, well, there's nothing I can do. I lost it. I just started cursing and screaming, like I lost it.
Right.
And then she was like, well, there's nothing I can do. The flight closed. And I was like, you people, I was like, you people, took so long. I was only the third person in line. I was here an hour and a half early. And you're telling me that the flight closed because of your I mean, I let her have it. That she went on like the walkie and called for backup, and she was like, I'm leaving. I can't help you anymore. You're speaking to me in a way that is unprofessional. I was like, then come outside. It was so, and she walked away, and she's like, I'll see you. And I was like, I got you, bitch. I went down. This is back when you could trade your plane tickets.
Right.
So I was flying on American, and that ticket was about, whatever, let's say it was $5. I went to another airline, and their ticket was like $2.50. If they accepted my ticket, American Airlines had to pay them. Oh. So when I said, oh, could you take this ticket? And she was like, I will absolutely honor it. Come, I'll check you in right now. So when I got through the gate, I had to walk past her. And when she saw me, the only way you can get through the gate is if you had a boarding pass. When she saw me, she was so scared. And I just leaned into her and like whispered.
Right.
And I was like, I told you I was getting home. And she like looked at me like she didn't know what to say. Like she thought we was going to fight at the gate.
And this is pre, like,
this is,
they can have you ejected.
Oh, no, this was like, no, after. And then I had to like compose myself because I'm like, this is an airport and I'm in Costa Rica. I ain't trying to be in no Costa Rican jail. So I shut the fuck up and was glad to get on the plane. And then the only other time I can think of was like, I was arguing with a boyfriend. And we physically fought each other, which he was 5'10" and like 280 pounds. And at the time, I'm 4'11" and 4'9" and 3/4. And I was probably like 92 pounds, 95 pounds.
Right.
So it wasn't a fight. Got my ass whooped, but whatever. But I'm trying to think like with another.
That's what you should have brought up next week.
Oh, I'll bring it up.
We will revisit that.
Put a pin in that one. Let's parking lot that. You remember that all those meetings at our jobs where they're like, let's table that, let's parking lot that.
Yes.
Ugh. But I'm trying to think like a full on. I don't know. Can you help me? Could you remember anything?
No, I mean I know you've been angry, and usually your anger stems from familial situations.
Yeah, those people grade me. Oh, when I grabbed my sneakers.
Oh, yeah.
And walked out of my aunt's house.
Tell me about how that what brought you to that point. You don't have to talk about the actual circumstances, but what you were feeling.
That bitch laid hands on me.
Everything about
that bitch laid hands on me.
That'll do it.
And I was like, you know what? I had enough. I had enough of the emotional abuse there that I couldn't take it anymore. And when that bitch laid hands on me, I just grabbed my sneakers and walked out. I was done.
I met you soon after that.
You met me 2 months after that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That particular person would drive you to that. I can see that.
Infuriating. Oh, and then I'm trying to think. That same person, for real, I was like, I might have to cut this bitch out. That same person who laid hands on me, did the whole like, well, but you don't raise your own kids, because I had like babysitters while I was working, and I was like, oh, this bitch finally crossed the line. Like this bitch finally crossed the line.
But she didn't.
Yeah, I know.
But in that moment, you felt like she did, because she questioned your parenting.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think like, in a store.
I mean, that's really good, for somebody that don't like to be sharing shit.
Oh, I remember in Starbucks when I was pregnant and the other lady was holding the baby.
What happened?
Oh my gosh, you know how babies like, they like flail, like they kick and stuff?
Yeah.
And she was just standing too close to me, and her baby kept kicking me in the stomach. So I put my hand on her arm because the baby was like facing out and kicking, and I just pushed her back and I said, "Can you just give me some room, please?" And she did not give me room, and the baby kicked me one more time. That a grown man put his foot between us, because I was like, "You really need to back the fuck up."
Right.
I was like, "Your baby's kicking me. Like, you really need to back up." And I was like, I had like a little wall behind me, so there was no place for me to go. And she was like, there was like
nowhere,
20 feet of just plain space behind her.
Right.
And she just, I don't know, she was just obnoxious. And a grown man like put his foot between us because he was like, "This lady's pregnant. This lady's holding a baby, and we're in Starbucks of all places. Like, this ain't gonna happen on my watch.
CNN
tonight.
No, not tonight.
Not on my watch." And she grabbed her drink and left, and he just looked at me, and he was like, he didn't say nothing. You could tell he was a husband, a dad. He checked all these boxes that he was just like,
I'd experience it, and I'm not today.
Not today. And he's like, I don't even have to say nothing. He just put his foot between us, and he was just like, it ain't gonna happen.
Right.
And this lady moved finally, and he like nudged over a little bit with his foot to make sure we both had space, and he made sure she left.
Right.
And then he got his coffee, or he got his first, and he like took 2 sips. She got her stuff and left. And then he moved. I got my stuff, and he like.
You never know. He could have been like a cop or something.
Probably.
You never,
the way his demeanor was, like you could tell. Yeah, you could tell he was like. Yeah. And then I'm trying to think.
Oh man, I just broke my jacket. Damn it.
How?
I don't know. Whatever.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna pull these two things, pivotal things together: the airport experience and the child. You've been with me. I do something. Whenever I'm pissed on a plane, and there's a kid behind me, don't fucking sit your kid behind me.
In front of you.
In front of me.
Or behind you, or to the side of you.
Really in front of me. That kid starts jumping on the chair and leaning over.
Oh,
not today.
That. Not today.
So this one kid, I couldn't take it anymore. Started, I don't remember if it's a
and
boy or
pointing. Pointing and the looking.
Oh.
Like, how do you let your kid just act like that on a plane?
Yeah, I just can't. I cannot.
You hate when kids stare at you too.
Yeah, I don't like anybody staring at me, especially a kid. Well, the kid, I will make them feel. I would make them scared for their life. With an adult, you can't really do that.
Squeeze her fingers.
So the kid started putting her hand between the seats and trying to grab, like
grabitis.
Yeah,
you
I was
hate
like,
that.
bitch, if you don't,
it ain't today.
We only got so much space in this little area. You know what I'm saying? We got a long flight. You know, it wasn't like we was going a half hour away.
Yeah.
Usually we're going to Puerto Rico, to whatever. Yeah. So I don't even know if it was Argentina.
We was somewhere.
We was going somewhere. Whatever. I'm naming all the places. I'm trying to be obnoxious.
Look at you. Name dropping. Country dropping, bitch.
I don't know if it was London or, but.
Well, since we talk about London, remember how we just happened upon that amazing Salvador Dali exhibit in London?
That was crazy. Anyway,
incredible.
So.
But enough with the country dropping.
But, so the little kid, I think it was a girl. She put her hands between the thing. I grabbed her hand, her arm, and held on to it for dear life, like hard as hell, and she couldn't move. And her mother didn't know what was going on. She just figured her hands. She didn't know I was holding it.
Yeah.
And the little girl looked up over the seat, and I was like, I gave her the look like, bitch, you better sit your ass around and don't put your hand through here again. She did not.
But remember, she tried to say something to her mom, but she wasn't vocal.
Yeah, because she was like 2.
And you're like,
yeah, go ahead, bitch, try me. Take your mother down too. But it's like one of those things where there's certain things like I have patience until I don't.
Yeah.
You bring me to that level. Like we all good, you could say what you want to say. We could argue.
Oh my gosh.
Get me to that point. Forget it.
There's this lady I work with, right? She got no finesse whatsoever, and she just want to be beefing with these kids. I think she's like looking to get fired or something. I don't know. She's just a beefer. Mm-hmm. So there's this little kid. His name is Christopher, right?
Right.
So I've heard people call him Chris, and I've heard people call him Christopher. And I'm like, so hey, do you go by Chris or Christopher? And she's sitting behind me. He goes, no, I don't care. I went, oh, okay. And you should have seen her face. She got up. She goes, what did he just say to you? And I had to stand up and put my hands up and I go, no. I asked him if he goes by Chris or Christopher, and he said he didn't care. She goes, oh, okay. I was like, oh my God, you was ready to fight some little kid. And she's like, I really was. I was like, I was going to get in his face, because you don't tell a teacher, I don't care. And I was like,
I don't care. I don't care.
Calm down. Oh my God.
We all have those moments. And I feel like with women, it's just, we got so much, our tentacles are spread in so many different directions.
Yeah.
That it's like any little thing can set us off. The woman in Starbucks.
Do you ever see your mom get ready to argue with somebody?
It's hard to say, and we'll discuss this a little bit later, because she was part of a domestic violence situation. And so outside, it's hard. I'm hopefully she'll be able to kind of explain like how she was able to stay and be angry. But I've never seen her. Okay, so I've always seen my mom as somebody who can kill you with her words.
Oh,
she will put you in a place where you feel
so small.
So trying to bring the juxtaposition between that personality and someone who was abused for decades, it's like I can't figure it out. And I'm her daughter, and I lived in the house because I've seen her. I've never seen her get to the point outside of that relationship with anyone where it was like she's about to pull their hair out. Yeah, I've never seen that. I've only seen her at the point where with her ex, where it was like she was so angry, but it was like anger and fear.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't. But now with my aunt, this is a totally different story, because she's like the sweetest person, but she is also has this tough exterior, where you're not sure if she's at that point or not, because she's always like that. She's always at like level 10, and then you come to find out she's chilling. She ain't
about to mollywop you.
Right. But then you hear stories about her, like my mom would tell the story how when my aunt was pregnant, and my aunt wanted to watch Soul Train. And back then it was like the little tube TV.
Yeah.
And I guess my mom was like, no, it was my mother's TV. And my aunt's like, well, I'm watching Soul Train. My mom's like, I don't care, it's my TV. So she started to change the channel. My aunt, pregnant, wanted to fight my mom over Soul Train. So that's anger.
That's anger.
So it makes me, that's what I was saying a little bit earlier, is like women have so many things going on in our mind that it can just be one simple thing that sets us off.
Oh, another time in the airport. You just reminded me where I was going through customs, and I was so like nasty. I don't know what she did, but I was so nasty to her. But talk about karma. I was wearing, my kitten heels. I slipped and fell, but so bad. Right at the edge, where you take your bag and walk off?
Oh.
I went to stomp off, fell. This bitch looked back at me and started laughing.
Glad.
Somebody had to come and help me up.
Oh, it was like that?
Yes. Homie, I limped off. I had to buy flip-flops and change. I fucked up my ankle so bad. But it was like, but at that moment,
was she angry or were you angry?
I was so angry, and I was so nasty to her. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I know I said something so out of line and so out of character. And when I fell, like I was eating the floor, like I was kissing the floor. Like I had the floor in my mouth, and I fucked up my ankle and everything. And I was like, that's what I get. That's exactly what I fucking get.
So now, what is when you get to that point with that anger, what does your body feel like? What kind of, can you describe that?
I do feel that rush of adrenaline everywhere.
Okay.
But I also feel frozen.
What do you mean by that?
Like my body stiffens up a little bit. Like not that my muscles atrophy, but I'm completely frozen. Like if the building was to fall, I would not be helpful to anyone.
That's how angry you are.
Yeah, I just probably stand there.
Damn.
Yeah.
We are an amazing group of species, I guess you would say. It's crazy, because whenever I get there, like I said, it feels like it's right at the top between my esophagus and my chest cavity. And it's pumping right from my heart. My heart
like that adrenaline. Yeah, your chemicals
it's
are
like
pumping.
But on level 9, I'm getting the headache. It's all coming at the same time.
Do you feel better when you've become physical?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I feel better in terms of releasing that energy.
Oh, okay.
You know, I don't feel better about what I've just done. I don't feel better about
no,
fighting.
No, that's what I meant. The chemical, like the release.
Yeah. And so, but I'm not a fighter. So I don't want people to think that every time I get to that point, I fight. Usually when I get to that point, the way that I handle it, because you can't always, somebody will get it, but then you can allow yourself to spew it where you feel like you have that pent up energy where you want to pull somebody's hair and there's nobody there. Like I had this argument with the guy, but I'm in the car and I'm arguing with there's nobody there. So what I had to do was to be parked, roll down the windows and breathe. Because otherwise, and just like let it go and then turn the radio on and just zone out, because otherwise I'm going to hold on to that. Yeah, and that you can't hold on. And I'm going to hold on to it in terms of like the memory of it. Yeah. But I don't want to hold on to that energy. And finally, the last step of releasing it was apologizing to him. Yeah. You know? Yeah. But obviously you don't always get an opportunity to apologize. You're never going to see that flight. You may never. Oh, that TSA agent? Right. I think me eating the floor was enough for her. No, the other one. The one... The lady at Starbucks? No, the one where you were getting on the plane after you got a new ticket. Oh, yeah, I'll never see you might, yeah. You may, but you probably won't. Yeah. But so, it's like one of those things where sometimes you might run into that person again. Like, I spoke about it before, where I got in a fight with my cousin, and it all started, this is how stupid fights can be, because they always start off with something so minute. It's never about, like, an affair. Or like some, you know what I mean? It's always some stupid shit. So my cousin, her friend passed away, right? And during that same time, our grandmother passed away. Like not like in the same time frame, but like within that year. Yeah. And my cousin was all about like, I gotta wear a T-shirt, praising the friend, R.I.P. And in my personal opinion, I didn't feel like my grandmother, the woman who was like actually there in her life, or give her last dollar, she didn't give the same level. But today I have to sit back and say, just because somebody's wearing something on their T-shirt doesn't mean that the love is the same. Right. It's just an expression. But you were mourning too, though. Right. So there's that. Right. And so we started to get in a fight. We started arguing. Like, you do that, but you ain't gonna do nothing for Nana. I had an attitude. I was like pissed about it. You salty. So then she came salty at me. I came salty at her. Y'all salty crackers. It was my fault. I started it. Let her grieve her friend the way she went. Who am I to tell her how to grieve her friend? Yeah. But because I was like, you should give the same respect to Nana. You ain't doing that for Nana. Where's your loyalty? You know what I mean? I was just feeling some kind of way. So then, of course, she came back with the same energy. And it was like we hit each other back. Just our energy was just bad. Yeah. And then we just went into this big, massive fight that lasted for like 2 hours. Back and forth, back and forth. Our family, our mothers are there. Uncle, her sister, like we're all there. But nobody's breaking up. We're all sitting there. And then finally she leaves. The bitch comes back with her friends. They roll up in the house. Like you live here. How you rolling up to your house? You got friends to go fight your cousin? Stupid ass. You rolled up to the house like it's somebody else's house, but you... She probably... This is where not all friends are your true friends. Because she probably vented to them and they were like, let's go. Right. Let's go. That's not what a friend would have done. They would have... A real friend would have like, let's just go back to my house. Chill, drink some beer, smoke weed, whatever. Yeah. Whatever, just chill. Whatever they do to decompress. Right, watch Real Housewives. I don't know. Yeah. But whatever they do. And that, you're right. That would have been the true friend. Right. But instead they rolled up to the house like it was like they were rolling up to my house. It's like you live here too, bitch. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. Like you're rolling up like it's like Boys in the Hood. Like you live here. Like, what are you doing? Rolling up to your own house. So anyway, she coming and she out in the middle of the street smoking a cigarette, like, bitch, yelling from the street, like, come on, bitch, you live here. But you just got the reinforcement, and I'm just like, oh, you gonna roll up here? You got your friends, motherfucker. So I'm going back and me and her back and forth. I was like, say it to my face. Come up here and say it to my fucking face. What you got to say? So I'm just angry, and I bypassed a lot of stuff to get this point. No, yeah. I come down the steps outside. Now I'm in her face because I think I'm 5'2", but I always even though I'm 5'2", inside I've always felt like I was 6 feet. Yeah, right. Yeah. I don't know why. Even though I'm not, I always feel like I'm bigger than I am. Yeah. And I'm like not. I've been pretty much skinny my whole life. I mean, I'm a little bit weight now, but I've just been a thin person my whole life, short, whatever. So I go out there, and then we just start fighting. I'm dragging her. I'm on the ground pulling her shirt off.
Oh my gosh.
Bitch put a cigarette in the back of my head. That was it. She claimed that she didn't do that. She said I did it.
No,
oh yeah, I took the cigarette and put it in my own head. But it's like that's how bad it got to that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So. I remember when you told me, I was so angry. Y'all a family.
I know.
Meanwhile, deep down inside, I'm like, I wish I could do that to one of my cousins.
I know you was mad because you're like, how y'all's mama's gonna just sit there?
Yeah, both your moms are sitting there.
Then they finally came downstairs and broke it up.
Yeah, they're like, I told y'all to stop fighting. Like, no, you shouldn't have gotten to that either.
But it's like, that's how angry.
But I also have this, like, thing where my mom wasn't very good. Like, if me and my brother were fighting,
right,
she was fine because we were talking to her.
Right.
So she didn't care.
Right.
So I have issue with that. So,
right,
like, both y'all moms are there and letting y'all argue and roll up at the own house. I probably meet my own child. I would have grabbed her by the ear, bring her back inside the house, and told all these kids to go scratch.
I don't know if they thought we were going to get to that point, but by the time we got down, like, I went running down the steps.
See, but that wouldn't. I just don't think it shouldn't have happened.
It shouldn't have got to that point.
No, it shouldn't even started like that.
But that's one of those rare situations where I have the opportunity to act on that anger that I feel inside.
Yeah.
Normally, you have to just sit back, take a deep breath, and let it go. But in that situation, the person that I'm angry with is in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'm able to have that fight. It's not like I'm going to get arrested.
Have you ever been so angry that you've been just like, you were like, all right, my insides just died. I'm dead inside. I have no feelings now. Like, hurt, angry, everything. Like, your whole inside is dead.
Well, we spoke about this the other day. The only thing that I can think of that, like, comes to the top of my head right now is that time where when I was on my way to your house and you told me don't come because somebody was here. Oh. And I was like, I live in Huntington. I'm coming to, like, what are you talking about? And so that I was so angry and I was like, I'm done. Like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm doing everything I can. And so it was that's one of the few instances where I felt like, not that I'm dead inside, but I give up. There's nothing more I can do. But that's also a clear indication of where you know the people that value you the most and care about you, because you could have just been like, all right, bitch, fuck you then.
Yeah.
But you knew my value, and you knew however you were feeling,
right,
you knew that it was something that needed to be said. Like, you know what I mean? You knew that you needed to come to me and be like, Tamika, I apologize.
Oh, yeah,
you shouldn't be feeling that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not everybody is built that way.
Yeah.
There are people, and I'm sure you know people that you're in relationships. I'm in relationships with people as well. It's like, I ain't gonna do that. Like, oh well, we're not friends no more.
Yeah, I told you about this, like, over the summer. There was, like, somebody staying at my house, and I'm not bringing them to somebody else's. Like, I'm not gonna allow anybody to be around this person. And when I was invited to that person's another person's house, I was like, no, I can't go. Whatever. And like, oh, it's because such and such is here, and I don't value them and the relationship enough to be like, yeah, because I'm not looking to work on it. Feel how you want to feel. I don't give a shit. No, I just can't make it.
It's not worth telling you more. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not worth telling you more. And like, as soon as you said that, I was like, oh shit. Because I keep telling myself, I just don't really feel like arguing. No, I don't value you enough to work on this.
Right.
So I'm just.
But that's where when we talk about energy, like, it's funny because sometimes you'll ask me, like I'll tell you about something that happened, and you'll ask me for details, and I'll just say I don't care, like, so I can have information for you because I don't care enough to find out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I'm thinking that's what you're saying with certain relationships.
Yes.
We all have that.
Yes.
Where when you care enough, you will cultivate it.
When you care enough to give the very best.
And so when you with me, I didn't have to tell you. I never said to you, I'm done, Marissa. Like, I can't do. But you felt my energy. You knew I'm over it.
Cause that shit's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like,
like you could feel my energy. It was like, usually I fight you on it or send a message. I was just like, okay, you said such and such is here, and I'm like down the street, I'm about to pull, and you're like, they're here. I don't think it's, it was whatever going on. I was like, okay.
Now these mofos is dying to be your friend.
Ain't that some shit? But it's just like sometimes things don't have to be spoken.
Yeah.
A person can feel that energy and make the right decision based on it. And that can be the flip side of with this guy the other day. He didn't have to say I apologize. He knew.
Right.
He probably felt the energy like I ain't gonna say nothing because she was wrong for jumping all over me like that. Like even though he even shut the fuck up. Like let me talk, motherfucker.
Yeah, but he probably won't be talking over you.
No, he's done. He knew.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I apologize, but don't ever do that again. You know, I'm not giving you the opportunity.
You ain't gonna get a second chance.
Yeah, so that's on that. Anyway, I want to transition to.
Yep, that's trending.
Yes, ma'am. So I want to talk about, even though we didn't mention the whole reason with the women in anger, I wanted to talk about that was because the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. But we can kind of transition and talk about them in the trending section because I want to talk about the things women do to beautify their bodies or themselves and things like that. And one of the things that came to mind is with the woman that died in Britain. It's like the second woman that passed away.
Yes.
I think you have like a piece of that article.
I have an article about, and the woman's name is, well, the first
you don't
woman,
care about her name,
oh yeah, I don't, okay, so there's two women, both, excuse me, both in their 20s, looking for a more curvy figure. And here's the problem with they had Brazilian butt lift. Now here's the problem. It has the highest death rate of all cosmetic procedures due to the risk of injecting fat into large veins. Obviously your veins need blood, not exactly. Yeah. And that's a big area with a lot. It's very vascular, your buttocks. But here's buttocks. But here's the thing. But women are still doing it. You know it has the highest rate, and they're still doing it.
Why? You hear all these stories of like, I think about remember like last year, it might have been early this year, last year, when Remy Ma came out with that diss record and she's talking about Nicki Minaj's, how Meek Mills told her that Nicki Minaj had butt implants and they dropped. And so that's why she had nobody. Remember, she was like on hiatus for like 6 months. Yeah. So it's like you hear stuff like that, and then
but she came back. But she came back with the biggest booty ever. It's even bigger.
And it's like, why though?
Yeah.
Do guys really like the big butts like that? It's like nasty.
I don't know, man. It's wild. And then what about Iggy Azalea? She claims she's only had a rhinoplasty.
That bitch had a butt lift.
Butt injections. But something.
Whatever. But
booty something.
She had something done. I mean.
But so I don't know about the booty, but I know Jennifer Lopez has also had work done.
You had it. I don't think she had it on her butt, but definitely
her face.
Yeah, you could see the difference. Yeah. I'm gonna put some side by side pictures of the bitch, and you can see.
But so has Kim Kardashian, and she claims definitely. She doesn't have a fake butt, but her butt is wild. And Khloe, her butt never looked like that before. That butt is wild. That
looks like it's like fake. Like it's like firm, like you build a butt.
Yeah, and the thing is, when your body is in those proportions, there's a gradual, I hate to say, but like a gradual formation to get there. Right. When you look at Kim and Khloe, it's very, very skinny twig legs, and then this gigantic behind.
It just doesn't seem real.
It doesn't seem, there's like no natural progression to it.
I think it's crazy because I feel like women, we're just obsessed with beauty.
Chrissy Teigen, she had fat taken out of her underarms.
Did she?
Yeah, because she didn't like the way her armpits looked in dresses.
What do you think about all this, like, doing all this stuff for quote-unquote beauty? Is it for beauty, or is it, like, people always say it's just to make themselves feel better?
I think some people can do it to make themselves feel better, but I also think that some people do it for others. Like, the biggest failure in my lifetime is Dirty Dancing girl, Jennifer, where she had a rhinoplasty and she couldn't get jobs anymore.
But I didn't see that bad of a difference. It doesn't look that bad.
I think her face looks dramatically different.
Yeah, but I mean,
the before looked so great that it was no need. Now she didn't look the same.
Yeah, but it's not like she was like ugly.
I don't think she was ever ugly.
Like, for that to be the reason why you don't get a job is like ridiculous to me. I know she was kind of like blackballed.
Yeah,
Jennifer, what the heck is her name? All I keep thinking is Ferris Bueller, because she was also on that. Yeah. Remember, she played Ferris's sister.
Yeah. Which I thought she looked great.
Yeah. I mean, and then she did Dance with the Stars. I'm like, oh, well.
Rose McGowan's lips. Wild.
Well, Lisa Rinna.
But for some reason they fit her.
Because we're used to them.
But they don't look so bad. I think.
But I don't know
Rose
because we're used to them.
Done.
She's had them since like the 80s. Before it was kosher to do it.
She had a really good job done because Rose doesn't look the same. Like it doesn't look good.
Right. Well, Wichiko's don't look. Hers don't look real. They don't look. I don't know if they are real or not. But what's Tomb Raider chick? What's her name? Brad Pitt's ex.
Oh, Angelina Jolie.
Are hers real?
She claims they're real, but she has a lot of pictures of her when she's younger where it does
full
look,
lips.
Yeah, very full.
I don't know.
So she goes by Jenny Voigt.
Oh, that's what she goes by now?
No. When she was younger, she was Jenny Voigt.
Yeah.
Like if you look at pictures for her, it's Jenny Voigt.
I only can picture her one picture where her father took her to the Oscars. She's like a really little
in that big lace dress.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, but there's just like I feel like women are just there's like an obsession. Like there's so many people like that have like somebody like MC Light. Okay, she's a rapper from back in the day. You never looked at her as like beauty or anything, like it's just like
she was a rapper.
I want a roughneck, with the tent, like that was her model. Now she's like everything. When you see her today, is all makeup and glitz and glam. She's got a lip kit that you can buy. It's like weird to me. You got Rihanna with the makeup line. Like everybody's got. Remember when everybody had the perfume line? Yeah. Now everybody's got makeup lines.
Yeah, a lip kit. Yeah. And highlighter and shit.
Everything is about beautifying. And to be honest, like I don't even know how to put makeup on, homie.
But you don't need it though.
Yeah, but just sometimes it makes me feel a little bit slightly less than a woman on top of like, I can't have kids and I'm not married. But that's another story. But at least it'd be nice if I could, just because I get a period, I gotta be something more than that. Yeah. But I wish I knew how to put on makeup.
Why don't you go to a makeup class?
Because it's too, they're gonna charge me to put makeup on my
No, like if you go to Sephora and you tell them you want like a light, like a daytime face,
I'm afraid that it's gonna be like some white chick that just don't know black skin.
No, Sephora is so diverse and they're so willing. Like if you tell them I really don't know how to put makeup on, but I want a simple 5-step whatever for the face, they will sit there and be like, you would be like there.
But then you gotta tip them, right?
No, you don't.
No,
you just because they whatever you decide to buy. Obviously, you got to buy something. Whatever they get a cut of that. So you got to make sure that either you tell the people that are ringing you up that it's them or whatever.
Why don't we do that together? Can we do that?
I'm so down. Okay. I am so down.
You got to do that. Yeah, let's do that. Well, now you work all damn day.
So do you.
Yeah, I do. But I can make the time.
I know.
We got to do it. We still need Barbara and Croxley Ailes a night in the city. So figure that out. I'm putting it on recording, Marissa. Hook it up. Anyway, but yeah, so back to the beauty. Beauty is her name. I just went to go see RBRM and True Hill was there.
Mike.
They were sleeping in my bed and they were doing all those hits. It wasn't that great of a show, but anyway.
Would you ever do plastic surgery on yourself?
No.
Really?
I wouldn't. As much as I don't like the way I look, I don't think this is what I've been blessed with. Mm-hmm. This is me.
Yeah.
And I don't think that there's anything that makeup can't do. Fix.
Yeah. No, you're right.
And as far as my body, if I want to make my body better, all I gotta do is go to the gym. You know what I mean? But it's like I've just never had. I mean, people say never say never. I just don't have. There's not something in me. I've had so many surgeries. Yeah. That to get surgery to make my.
When you've had surgeries to help you walk and like for necessity
right.
to have like some stupid ass armpit.
Yeah.
Like armpit fat to get out. Like it's so just
like
so
just imagine the gas mask coming down. Like seeing the person put it on your face. You're gonna be sleeping 3, 2, and you're gone. Like it's not worth it. Yeah. You're gone. Like, it's just, for me, I mean, I'm not judging anybody that goes out and gets whatever they got to get done. Yeah. But when you've had more surgeries than you can count in this present moment, it's not worth it to me to, like, get, my crow's feet removed or Botox. Like, it's stupid to me.
You don't have crow's feet.
But I'm saying, as I get older.
So somebody comes up to me, right? A Caucasian lady. And she's like, be honest with me. And I was like, oh, here we go. Now I'm going to have to keep your face straight so you can lie. And she's like, look right here. And she shows me her ears. And she's like, do you see these wrinkles? And I was like, And she's like, you see these wrinkles right here? And I was like, No, these
Why were
wrinkles
you
right
doing
here.
that?
Because I was like, you look haggard. You look 10 years older than me, but you're 10 years younger than me. And you're like, oh, no, it doesn't look so bad. And then you're like, do I have that? So I go check, but I don't have those wrinkles right there.
You should have just said, yes, bitch, I see them. Don't go, sometimes
No, I was
women
like,
gotta
yes, they're there. I was like, yeah, I do see it. They're there, but it doesn't look bad. Maybe
Right.
you're dehydrated. Maybe you need.
Did she ask for that opinion?
Yeah.
About
Yes.
how do they look?
She said, yeah, and she's like, I got all this collagen cream and all this stuff, so maybe they look a little bit better than they did before. And I was like, oh, okay.
There's something about us as women that we feel that we have to look a certain way. But certain women will be like, we do it for other women. Certain women say we do it for men, and then men will be like, I just want a natural girl. I don't give a shit.
No, men want what they think is natural, not what is really natural.
Right.
Because you don't want sagging boobs, a stretched marked stomach.
Honestly,
thighs.
do they really care as long as they can fuck every night?
No, and if you're nice to them and you make them laugh and cook and
they don't care.
They really don't
care. They don't care. That's what I'm saying.
They
you're
genuinely,
you're doing it for the image of what you're supposed to look like.
Like if you're just looking to get it in, as far as like a connection goes, that I'm telling you, they don't care.
Right.
But when it's just like getting it in, they care.
No, but I'm saying once they have you, they don't care.
They don't care. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like once
right.
you've had a connection, they don't care.
Right.
But getting it in, yeah, they'll care.
Because I've seen a lot of dudes that's like,
you were her.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Yeah, you were him.
But
then
I
he
don't.
comes out to be so funny, and you're like, oh, he's not so bad.
But then the chick that's like super dressed up and she's like single.
Yeah.
Although I'm not super dressed, I'm just regular, plain old me. But I think I don't take time for me. So when I don't take time for me, I don't take time to cultivate me in terms of finding somebody that's gonna appreciate me, because I'm so focused on working.
No.
And you know what I'm saying? I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't sit back and let me go hang out with my friends and have a drink. Every once in a while I'll do that, but I'm like, all I do is work. I feel like last night I got home at 9:00, and it's like when I'm at work, I'm not looking around for Mr. Right, Yeah. And I, even though I my PT job, I go into Home Depots on occasion. I'm not trying to.
Best place to look
I know,
for a
but I'm not.
dude.
I know, everybody tells me that.
Hold on a second though. Can you take like hold up. So it is whatever date it is. We're gonna do 3 weeks from now. Can you do a solid 3 weeks commitment where you take a few moments to just stop, smell the roses, look people in the face, and let them speak to you?
How do you do that?
I'm not quite sure.
See, then
No, literally, just stop, look around, look people in the face, and just let them know that you're open to be spoken with.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. 3 weeks. So today is the 4th. So we'll say November. We'll go back to November. What date is November? The first week on that Thursday of our podcast. We'll just say a month from today.
Espera un momento.
Let's figure this out.
We're gonna want to do the 1st or the 8th?
Let's do the 1st. November 1st.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna come back with my findings. Even I was dating a guy, and then he was just like, you're just not that into me. You seem too busy. I'm like, but I don't want to put.
No, but see now that's where that goes with the whole like, because I think the thing with that men have is like they need to feel my small narrow-minded opinion in the small pocket of of assholes that I've dated. They all want to be babied, and you just think you ain't the one. You ain't the one, and that's the problem. When they're telling you, you don't seem like you're into me, I want to be babied. That's what they're saying.
I was talking to my mom earlier today about one of my exes, and I was like, because I was telling her, I was like, I'm just so tired, but I'm on my way to Marissa. In the middle of doing my part-time job. I was like, I'm gonna do the podcast, and I gotta continue working. I got like one more store to hit or whatever. And I was like, and it's funny because my ex used to always be pissed because I had 3 jobs at the time, and he'd be like, he lived out in Westchester County.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, you never come here. And I'm like, bro, I got 3 jobs. What are you doing to alleviate that pressure?
Yeah.
You ain't doing shit.
You want my time.
You want my time.
Out.
Like,
yeah.
I need my money in order to pay my bills. I'm like, and at the time I was living with you.
Yeah.
And with Marissa. you, Marissa.
Yeah.
and I was like, how am I gonna look, not bringing in my, trying to find a way so that I can make it on my own outside of her house. And it's like, bro, like I can't just be chilling up at your house. You know where I live. When I get off of work, you should be coming to my house.
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of times guys they want all your attention.
Can't
but
have
it's
it,
like
though.
you have to understand, like I'll give you mad attention, but you gotta understand that I'm working, and unless you can do something to help me alleviate that work,
then you get what you get, and you don't get upset. You'll find somebody that's willing to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't.
But I want you to promise me, look me in the face. This is like true pinky promise.
I smell roses all the time.
No. But stop, look people in the face, let them know that you're open to conversate.
How do you stop and like hi?
No.
What are you supposed to do? Like, how do you do that?
Me?
No, I'm asking. You're telling me to do something. Tell me how to do it.
Dead ass, stop, look people in the face, and just...
They're going to be like something wrong with her.
No, just
What's
a
wrong with
simple
her?
smirk, like a little smile or something.
I don't know how to smile right. My smile is I got something. I got a secret.
Smell some shit.
Or, girl, you got a secret? See if you can tell.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but let somebody come up and be like, you look like you got a secret. And you're like, maybe I do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I always get I get a lot of crackheads coming up to me. I'm like, what is it about me that a crackhead thinks they can have me? Like, really, bro? You got 2 teeth. Toothlesses. But you think that I'm going to be like...
Why do I feel some kind of way when crackheads don't talk to me?
You should feel
I feel like
honored.
nobody flirts with me, though. But nobody flirts with me. I think I make it up in my head. I'll call you every once in a while and be like, I think somebody was flirting with me. No, they wasn't.
Look, be happy that crackheads ain't trying to talk to you. They coming at me left and right like, hey, ma, what's going on? Like, I ain't got no money. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
I don't smoke crack. I don't smoke cigarettes. I drink every once in a while. Like, I ain't the one. Anyway, this went diverting again off of beauty. But the point is that beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
And I am beholding
of your
enough
beauty.
of beauty. And homie, I love you, and
you're
enough.
And you're enough.
But I will get plastic surgery. Not on my face, though.
All right, you do what you got to do. I can't judge you on what you decide to make, what makes you feel better.
Yeah.
I just know I've been through too many damn surgeries. I'm not going to electively go to get surgery.
I know.
That makes no sense. Why would I purposefully go under the knife? I just can't. I just visually cannot imagine doing it. But that's like somebody else sitting in my shoes,
Yeah.
You don't know until you've been in somebody else's shoes, and then it is what it is. But anyway, where can they catch us?
Yes 18 on Twitter and Instagram.
Holla. You are so good. I love it. All right, anyway.
I love it. Oh, wait, hold on. You said Cardi B before?
What about her?
I love her sound effects.
Whatever. She's crazy. What I wanted to talk about was her fight with Nicki Minaj, the anger that brought him to that point. And with Cardi B, I guess with her, it was her child.
Yeah.
What she seemed. So for some people, it's children's. Whatever.
But she's staticky, though.
Right.
Cardi B is staticky.
From what we know.
But she also has said that she is staticky. So I think a lot of things would set her off.
Right. But I understand your child being one of them.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But anyway, we will catch you next time.
I'm not sure if I would do it in a couture dress, but okay.
You would do it if somebody was talking about your daughter.
Oh, yeah.
And you spotted them at you don't care where you at.
I'm getting hot.
Your Louboutins on. You don't care. You're taking the shoe off and you throw.
My vintage.
I know you. I know you will. I know you. And then you'll duck.
Yeah.
When they come after you. Anyway.
Yeah.
Nice way to end the show. Duck and weave. A weave, duck, the anger, duck, weave, beauty.
My son learned how to play dodgeball last year. And his thing is dip, dodge, duck. Dip, dodge, duck.
All right. Well, it's good talking to you. Until next week. Bye.
Bye.